What's up guys, it's Lost Growth. Welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna be making our updated tier list. Now this is, let me make this clear, based off predictions mostly. I've only played a good amount today, but I'm gonna be combining a bunch of different opinions from many different top players, including me as well. What my personal opinions are, where the meta has shifted, if I was wrong about a certain few characters, what I think now, and overall just my thoughts on MULTIVERSUS 1v1s. Now, this is 1v1 based, not 2v2s, and yeah, this will be my new updated tier list. Yeah, I know I make a lot of these guys, but I don't want anybody to believe in any misinformation out there, because there isn't really many tier lists made by pro players that are they're very accurate for 1v1s. Obviously, there is good, really good 2v2 tier lists that are made out there, but there's not really many good ones out there. So I really did want to focus on who I think is the best in MULTIVERSUS right now, and this is my previous tier list. This was from what I believe to be the best characters right now, and we're going to take all of our placements and we're going to rearrange them because obviously there hasn't been a huge amount of meta changes, but there's been a few shifts, and I do want to update it based on my opinions, my thoughts, who I think is really good right now. My first shift, I'm just gonna go top down, honestly. Jake, I think he lost one placement. I genuinely think, I was overestimating him a tiny bit. But I think Batman and Jake are in the same ballpark right now. I genuinely think these characters are very similar in power, but they just have different strengths. Batman's main weaknesses is super armor characters like Superman and Wonder Woman and stuff, because they can run him down and they have armor to protect against Batarang. But other than that, that's pretty much his only losing matchups is characters who have really nice super armor moves. I'm not sure about how Steven goes, because I know he has a super armor move. Yeah, so that's just what I think about Batman. I think Batman and Jake are on the same spot pretty much. I think Shaggy has definitely shifted down a bit in the meta. He's definitely toned down by quite a bit. I'd actually almost opt for him to go down here, but he's definitely a little bit weaker. Comfortably at the bottom of the top, I think, is a good place to put him. And yeah. All right, and then here's Harley. So Harley, personally, in my opinion, is still one of the most sleeper characters in the game right now. And now that her Jack-in-the-Box is fixed, I can't imagine how good she's going to be. Really, I do feel like a bunch of top players are underplaying Harley so hard. This character is actually crazy. I do think that they could definitely be shifted down, because these two characters are on total different levels, in my opinion. And honestly, they're interchangeable. I think they're both really good. Not just because they're really easy to play, but also just because they're just insane in ones. The only problem with Batman is that I've heard from top Batmans that he's not very good online sometimes because he can be inconsistent. But, with clearly air being a projectile and stuff like that, he's definitely gotten a lot more counterplay. And I'm not really, if it weren't for how much people complain about him at the top level, in my personal opinion, he'd be right here. Right around here somewhere, but everybody says he's super good, so I'll put him here. Bugs. Actually think I was overrating this character a tiny bit, so I'll move him back maybe one or two spots. We'll say here. Steven, still an insane character, just got buffs actually, so I still think he's gonna be up here. If you guys don't believe Steven's good, watch some of these top Steven players go ahead and try to play 1v1s. It's gross. Character has so much good utility. The only main problem is his overall blocky hitboxes, and no real, he basically has a lack of disjoints, is what I'm trying to say. Neutral game can be kind of hard for him against sword fighters and people with long range. That's his main issue, but every other matchup I feel like he wins so hard. And I feel like his combo game is crazy. His up special is crazy. He's just a great character. Bugs, same deal. Him having his dare a little bit, smaller hitbox is going to make a nice little difference in his loops. They're going to be a little bit harder to land. And overall, his spiking ability is obviously going to be weaker now too. So, two things that definitely make him a lot more in line. Superman's gotten a few nerfs. He's definitely still in a great spot. As G3 said on Twitter, he believes that Superman's still in the exact same spot. If you weren't really ledge cheesing that often with Superman, you're really not hit that much this update. You still have insane wave dashing, you still have good air movement and good kill options, you still can cheese people to death all the time. Even winning matchups like Finn, when Finn wins the Superman matchup, I can still lose sometimes because I can just get sent off stage and just get nared and killed at 30. It's just how it goes, and it's a shame. But it's kind of just how the character's meant to be. You just got to learn how to play against him, and he's he's a difficult character to play against, but he's really strong. Iron Giant, I was overrating this character super hard once. Definitely needs to go down here somewhere. Definitely pretty good, not gonna lie, but I was definitely overrating him quite a bit. He's definitely middle of A+ in my opinion. Tom and Jerry, I was also overrating a little bit this patch, but since he just got buffed back, I'm probably just going to put him back here. I'm going to say this is a safe spot to put him. He's up here with these guys, but he's just not, I wouldn't say he's the same. You know what I mean? At a higher level, you know how to play against Slingshot. You know how to play against a lot of his broken moves. And I feel like people are starting to adapt to Tom and Jerry really, really hard because his game plan is super simple. I mean, he kind of just runs slingshots, tries to land a pan to kill you at 130, and that's pretty much it, right? That's like his game plan. And he's very light. He's a little bit slow. But overall, his combo game's back. He's doing a lot better. I think he deserves to be here, but I also think I was overrating him a little bit, so we're mixing those two things. Arya and Finn are both in a great spot. I think they're at the top of the they're at like the middle of the S tier, I would say. Probably interchangeable with Superman. I think these two characters are super selfish and built for 1v1s. I think Finn has the best utility down special, or sorry, just has the best utility movement, like best movement based utility in the game. I mean, he has speed boots, he has his gem, which is incredible. He can play projectile games super hard. He can pretty much have a permanently ice to beat you effect on his opponents. I mean, what is really weak about this character? Not really much of anything. He's really good and he's just a solid character. Velma, I think I was overrating too. I think the problem with Velma is that she's consistently being nerfed, which is making her one's power even worse every single update, and also other characters are getting better, which also means that Velma gets worse. This character is still really good, don't get me wrong, but I think she's in Iron Giant area right now. I don't think she's super insane or anything like that. I think she's starting to get a lot more in line with other characters, and yeah, she's kind of fallen down a lot, to be honest. Morty is still really good. Definitely in this, I would actually argue he's above Tom and Jerry now. Morty is insane right now, I think. And actually, I would move Tom and Jerry up down here, because I think he's a little bit more in line with these characters. So I think Morty's really good right now. I think he has like some of the absolute best utility in the game. He can cover so much space. His dare is really good. He's just a touch under these two characters because they have better matchups. And again, this is all based off matchups. Mostly we're thinking about who loses to who. And I think Morty doesn't have too many bad matchups, so I think he deserves to be around here. Tom and Jerry, again, A+ character. Wonder Woman I was also sleeping on. I think she's actually kind of ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. I think she goes like here. She's in the same line as Superman. The only problem with Wonder Woman is that she has no kill power, right? She kills really, really, really late, and that kind of sucks. But again, if you're really good with lasso, if you know how to keep people in the air, it's usually not that late for most players. Like, you can kill people at like 100. It's kind of crazy with lasso or up special at like the top of the map. Like, a lot of Wonder Womans can find some crazy kills, and they also have just continually got better and better and better at down air. They're getting only better at it and spacing with it, and it's just super, super hard to recover against when they just jump down or jump down or jump down, or you know what I mean? They just gotta down air spam it, and it's really hard to avoid because it's just, even though it's not that active, it's a very big, long hitbox that covers the entire ledge. So, and again, Iron Giant, I think, is here. And then Gizmo. This character I was sleeping on hard. Hard sleeping on. I think he's even better than I thought he was, and on top of the buffs he's getting, he's definitely up here. I'd actually argue he might even go up here somewhere, and I might be willing to lower some characters. Now that I'm thinking about it more, I think I'm gonna say a new tier is gonna be potential to be S. Potential to be S. And I'm gonna give these two potential to be S. I'm gonna give these two potential to be S. Here's why I'm putting it in this tier. Is because 4 of these characters are not being well optimized, or 3 of these characters are not being well optimized, and Arya I'm a little bit unsure about, because there's not really super outstanding top level Arya players right now representing her, in ones at least, right? I mean, obviously there's plenty of Arya players out there that play 2s that are really good at her, but there's not really many ones Arya mains right now, and I'm trying to see what kind of power she has, because there's a lot kind of going on with her, and I'm not really sure where I'd place her. These 3 characters don't have many people at the top level that represent them very well, but I think they have a huge potential. I'm mainly talking about Tom and Jerry here, as well as, I would say Morty. Gizmo, I definitely think needs a little bit more time. He's still a little bit too new, but right now he has a lot of potential to dominate the top level with this character, so that's what I think. Still think that Garnet didn't really get much. I'll give her the A tier, but she just still is in the same spot. I mean, if I just put up her buffs on screen, they're just nothing special. I still don't think it's enough to make her kit any good. Her hitboxes, she is just too big of a character for just no reward. LeBron and Superman are good because even though they're massive hitboxes, they both have great gimping potential, right? They both gimp so well, and that's what makes these two heavies work in this game. Garnet's a heavy that has nothing, man. And like, I don't see what Garnet has that other characters don't just do better. Right now at least, so that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Rain Dog's up here. Sleeper pick. I'm telling you guys, this character is crazy. This character is crazy, and I was sleeping on him super hard. I think Rain Dog actually has some of the best potential in this game. There's so many committed and chill Rain Dog players out there that are making this character just so strong. And the main reason I think he's so good is because, first of all, he has a loop right now. Very consistent and really good loop. He has amazing projectile game that combos and boxes out a lot of characters right now. I mean, you put that on top of the fact that he has some pretty good normals. He kills at a decent percent. He's good off stage, like he's good at gimping people on ledge. He has like just a lot of shit that I think people are really underestimating. Like if you look at where Retro Wolf, for example, has been placing with this character, he's getting a lot of fucking work in with this character, man, and he needs more respect for that. Because Rain Dog was a very, very, very non-optimized character until there's a very few loyal fans that started looking at him and were like, you know what, I want to make this character good. I think LeBron is also in the same boat. I think he does have the potential to be S, and I think he's at the same level as like Morty. I think the reason why LeBron has so much potential is because his spiking is just ridiculous. His offstage spiking is just so dumb. Like you can literally just throw out your basketball and like not only cover on stage, but also go off stage and have some of the best spiking moves in the game. He just has so much going for him, dude. This character is like very good and has definitely a high potential to end up being an A S tier character. Guys, this character has undergone a lot of changes. I think he's next to Steven Universe, honestly. And I actually low-key want to change these three up. I low-key think Steven is S+. That's my prediction. This character is so underrepresented right now. Like, not enough people play him for how good he is. He has a pretty nice loop. He has like a falling nair that has super armor. He has good kill moves. He has a heal. Like, dude, this character's so good, and nobody uses him like at a high level. It's crazy. He's insane. He's been insane since before he even got buffed this patch. He's been insane for super long and just has been under the radar. I think this character is insane. The final one I'm gonna do a little bit more switch arounds. I'm gonna just look at this tier list for a few minutes, and I'm just gonna come back to you guys 5-10 minutes and tell you guys what I think and if I want to do any more changes. This is the final concluding tier list after a lot of thinking. Okay, so I think Jake and Batman are just playing a different game. I think Harley is right up there with them, but still has a lot more weaknesses. And I'm gonna have a little bit of a conversation about Harley first. First of all, a lot of people, including me, who aren't Harley mains, believe that all of the top players are low-key downplaying her right now. Her one's potential is just nuts. She is one of the best downers in the game with glove control. She has Hammer, which is basically an Ike Nair. She has some of the best kill confirms I've ever seen out of an assassin. I mean, if you think Finn has kill confirms, this character's gross, kill confirm wise, right? Her Hammer's basically true out of jab. Which kills at like 130, by the way. She has like really nice combo games, and her loop is probably still going to be pretty viable even after the changes. She has some pretty nice stage control with Jack in the Box and Bat Pillow. She basically has every single thing an assassin would want, and her kit is selfish enough to where it's basically built for ones. If it weren't for if it weren't for Batman's like incredible lack of end lag, I think Harley has a better kit on paper. But since Batman is just so hard to punish, I think Harley's a little bit worse. Shaggy's right under that. He's gotten a little bit weaker ever since these new nerfs and stuff, but as more characters at the top start to get nerfed and as his matchups start to get better, I still think he's a really good character. His short Yukin is really good. His charge is nearly unpunishable. And gets him a free 5x weaken stack. He has pretty decent combo game. His down air or his down strong 2 is one of the dumbest moves in the game because it slows you against a character who has one of the best down airs in the game. Again, he's really good. off stage, really good on stage, really good at mid range, long range, short range. I don't know why everybody's dropping this character. He's super good. Definitely needs more representation. I just haven't been seeing as many people play him anymore. Kind of seems like for some reason everybody's like, you know what? Jake or Batman. So I guess that's kind of what's happening. All right, and then Rick. This character is, dude, he has so much potential. Oh my god. Like, just playing his kit day one was like night and day compared to Gizmo, because Gizmo had a lot of weaknesses and also was a lot like harder to understand because he was so different from other characters in the game. Rick is basically like Bugs on release. He has every single thing that Bugs has, except a little bit weaker heavy projectiles. But besides that, I mean, his stage control is gross. His combo game is going to be gross. All of his different moves just kill so early. He kills off the side so goddamn early. You cannot recover against this character. He's so good. Steven is again another downplayed character, super good. And I think if you have any interest in him as a character, you need to pick him up because he's really good in not only ones but also twos. I think there's not enough top Tom and Jerry players that are really trying to optimize him. I think a lot of the top Tom and Jerry players kind of moved on to other characters. So unfortunately, I can't really see what his potential is right now, but he's definitely a really good character. Same thing with these other four. I think there's a lot more people picking up LeBron, so I think you might even see him move up to this tier in the next update. Might see. So anyway, this is my final tier. This is my tier list prediction while also using a little bit of intuition to kind of build this together. I think this is a lot more accurate to last tier list where I put Taz like all the way down here. I think he's insane, and all that kind of stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. I put a lot of work and a lot of thinking into this, so if you guys really enjoyed it, make sure you drop a sub. And make sure you guys check out my other content. I've been making a lot of content for Finn, so if you're interested in Finn content, definitely check out my other videos. And yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.